Kenisha from Keyshaszone. A couple of weeks ago, I asked you guys to send in some juicy questions for me about pregnancy, sex, relationships, anything y'all wanted, so we can have a little kiki, and you guys did. You for sure did. And so I'm answering them today for you. I'm refilming this because of microphone issues, let's just say. That's why, you know, the pretty little thing is standing right here. I think Idris played with it like a little bit too much, and so now I think I fixed it, but now I can't find my cable anywheres. Anywheres? I can't even talk. Anyways, I can't have nice things in this house, is basically what I'm trying to say, okay? First question. What are the main things you have to agree on while still dating? Now, this means, you know, what signs, what things do you need from a person that you're dating in order to make the commitment and be in a serious relationship, or when to just cut your ties because your beliefs or your morals or your future goals are not aligned. First of all, I would definitely say while dating, obviously make it fun, you know, have a fun time, but also find time to have more difficult, serious conversations. Like, does the person that you're dating want to have children? If they don't, and you do, that's a very difficult thing for them to change their mind on, just because that's such a huge commitment. So if they say no and that's something that you do want to do, I would already suggest on, like, you know, backing out at that point. Other than that, let's say where you guys want to live, and that's a legitimate question because there's a lot of people that are very comfortable in their hometown. Do you want to move to a big city, still in the same country, but just a big city? Do you maybe want to move overseas? All that. Also, traveling. There are some people who really don't like to travel, who just love to stay in their own little cocoon. Like, I'm a housebody, but I love to travel. So is that something that they want to do? Is that something that they want to spend their money on? Or do they want to be very frugal and just, you know, have a pension and save up for that? Something else that I think is very important is, does the person that you're dating respect your boundaries? That can be so many different things, but it's very important that you state your boundaries. I'm sorry if I'm looking because it's already flashing, the battery. And that's another thing that's really important, because if something happens and they do something you don't like it, are they respectful of that, or does it happen again even though you already said that you don't like it and it's happening early on in a relationship? Especially when dating at our age, and I'm talking about like the end of 20, the beginning of 30, I would not settle for that at all. Like, when you're, you know, 17, 18 watching this video, you guys still have a lot of growing to do. So whether you want to grow together or apart, that's on you. But when you come to our age, like, I'm the ripe age of 30 right now, loving it. But anyways, that's not something that you should be dealing with. If I say this is something that you do that's not working for me, let's be very specific. Let's say you like going out and drinking with your buddies, and I'm talking about every free night in the week. And I already said, well, babe, I want some time for just the two of us. I don't want you to go out drinking with your buddies the whole time. I don't want us to be in a social gathering like that the whole time. I just want it to be the two of us. And they continue to not make time for you, that's a red flag. The opposite way, when you need space and the other person is suffocating you and not understanding that that's something that you do not want, like calling, texting, in your face, like all that stuff. Even right now in quarantine, Benjamin is working at home. We really don't have any issues, because even though we're at home constantly with each other, we're not in each other's face like that. Like, we still have our own space, our personal time, and that's so very important. So if they don't respect that either, That's not a red flag. If you have made a list of what your partner, you know, looks like, your ideal partner, not your perfect partner, but your ideal partner, and you have their personality traits on there, and let's say, you know, there's 8 things on there, right, and they're not ticking off 7, then no. If there's one thing that maybe you can like oversee, then I would for sure still go for it. So for instance, I really thought, right, it was important for my partner to be college educated or university educated. Doesn't matter in what field, whatever they were passionate about. Then I meet Benjamin. Benjamin tells me he's dropping out of high school to work in a factory. So I was like, okay, that's not really what I want for a boyfriend. We were still in the talking stage then. That's not really what I'm looking for in a boyfriend. But then he explained to me, you know, why he felt that school wasn't his thing at that point, why he felt the need to go work. And so I'm like, am I really going to focus on this education part, or am I going to look at this person and notice the fact that he's very hardworking, determined to make it, and is very family oriented because he's doing this to help out the family and to, you know, see the big picture. So that's something that I had to rethink and be like, no, I don't think that's actually as important as I thought it was. Just focus on that other stuff. The fact that he is hardworking, family oriented, and it worked out perfect for us. So definitely just, you can have your list of what your perfect partner will be, but when you compare it, or when you look at that list and look at your current dating partner, be open-minded. I'm not saying scratch everything on that list, because there is a reason that you made that list in the first place. But be open-minded and be willing to maybe bend a few things or let go of a few things if you see them excelling, or if you see them just being the best of themselves in other stuff. You get what I'm saying? Okay, question number 2 is, what adjustments did you make? What adjustments did you and the husband make once you were further along? Now, they're referring to sexually, when we were further along the pregnancy. I do have to say, obviously this is my second pregnancy. The first time with Idris was 4 years ago. No issues. Just like the usual, oh, I'm super big. I was really huge in that pregnancy. And so it was just finding the best position and finding the best prop to work for us. So that's pillows, and I think only at that point, especially in the 3rd trimester, only having sex from either the side or from the back, right? Like doggy style. But the 3rd pregnancy, hello. The 2nd pregnancy now with Zane, I definitely say it was more difficult, just because my labia majora was swollen, like heavy swollen. Like I could, when I'm walking, I can feel it. When I'm peeing, like the wiping sensation is different. You get what I'm saying? That's how swollen it was. So in the 2nd trimester, it was uncomfortable, but I didn't have to use any props or any pillows. But in the 3rd trimester, no, it was painful. Like I even talked to my OBGYN. I was like, is it normal that when I'm having sex right now, it's painful for me? And he's like, yeah, it is, because it's swollen. I wasn't more swollen than other pregnant ladies, so it wasn't that I was like a special case. It's just the fact that to me and my body, it was something that really put me in a painful situation. Again, the 2nd trimester, it was just uncomfortable, but not painful. The 3rd trimester, it was definitely painful. So I would say overall, the 2nd pregnancy towards the end, I had way less sex than my 1st pregnancy, because I was horny at the end a lot in my 1st pregnancy. And now, I mean, I was horny, but I was just like, no. I remember 2 days ago how painful it was. Nah, thanks, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So, did your husband's family have initial issues about your race? I wouldn't say they had issues. I would say that they were just shocked that, you know, not only is he coming home with a non-Muslim, he's coming home with a non-Turkish girl, he's coming home with a girl that's not from Ghent, I think it was just a lot at once. I'm also the first girl that he introduced to his parents. Well, introduced, I mean, told about to his parents, even though obviously I wasn't his first girlfriend. But I was the first serious relationship to him, I guess. So yeah, it was definitely more of like, is this going to work? You guys are so different. Also with, you know, different backgrounds, religion, cultural, you know, differences, just everything. And obviously his parents are from the old school days where you just continue to marry inside your race, inside your religion. But they never told him, you're not allowed, I'm banning you from seeing her, and all that stuff. You know, they were just like, is this going to work? So gradually I started meeting his sisters. I met like everybody almost like one by one, I feel like. And then when we were like a year and a half into the relationship is when I met his mom. We went to dinner. His mom, him, me, my mom, and it was amazing. Like at the end of the dinner, we gave a hug and I just immediately felt that everything was good, you know? And she loves me. I love her to death. And I also really loved my father-in-law. So I would say the general consensus was just shocked and baffled more than any issues. Benjamin has 6 siblings and there was only one sibling that was really, no, you can't do this. You need to break up with her. It's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. 12 years, 2 kids later, we're still here, so I guess it worked out. Did you have sex in your last trimester? Yes, but as I said in the previous question, definitely less than my first pregnancy because it was so painful. So every pregnancy is different. They did tell me that your second pregnancy, you just feel everything more. Your lower back pain is going to be worse. Your sleepless nights is going to be worse. Your pelvic pain is going to be worse. Like everything. So maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Maybe I need to get pregnant another time to like test it out, you know, and see what happens the third time. Like, you know. Why did you leave Belgium? So this is definitely a loaded question, I feel like, because everybody has a lot of opinions on this. I did make a video like years ago when I first moved here, so I will link it somewhere here in the cards. So my opinion is still the same as in that video, even though I haven't watched it in a long time, but I'm sure it didn't change. But you know, just overall, I was born with dual citizenship, so I really thought it would be stupid of me to not at least try and live in the States because I was born and raised in Belgium. If it was the other way around, I would probably have done the same. Like, let's try Belgium, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons. The other reason was like just Belgium is really small and also small-minded in certain things. The racism, you know, issues. Obviously, I'm very well aware there's racism in America, but Belgium is still one of the only places where blackface is like a true holiday. You know, when I'm talking about Sinterklaas and Zwarte Piet. And I think, if I'm correct, only this year was the year that they stopped doing that. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, if you're not from Belgium. Other than that, there's also way more opportunities in the States, which really panned out for my husband, I would say. And I was also always thinking about, you know, later in life, and I want to have a beautiful house and I want to have a beautiful, just that whole thing with my big family. And you know, the housing market in Belgium and the housing market in the States, literally that was something that I was thinking about, is very different. And I'm very blessed to be where I am now. I'm very blessed to have found my person that was willing to take that leap with me, because I did tell him, this is getting serious. I need you to know that I'm not going to be living in Belgium forever, and you know, are 1 out of 7 children. You have a lot of family here. You have a lot of family in Turkey. Neither of those are my option. Like, I want to go to the States. So if that's something that you're not really into or interested in, that's absolutely fine. But, you know, deuces. And he said, no, I do want to move to a foreign country. He always wanted to move to another country. He just didn't really know where. And at the end of the day, he said he would follow me to wherever I was gonna go. So find you a real one, please. Okay, another question. Are you or your husband or both Muslim, Christian, Catholic, no religion? So I kind of touched base on this in, I think, the first question, or I don't really remember. Anyways, so my husband is Muslim and I am Seventh-day Adventist. So yes, we are both different religions, but it has worked for us. I think we just really respect each other and each other's religion. That was hard. So yeah, so you know, it was Christmas. We do have a Christmas tree and Christmas presents, even though I do not connect that at all with religion, because if you know, really know the nitty gritty of Seventh-day Adventists, you're not allowed to have decorations and stuff up. So to me, this has nothing to do with Seventh-day Adventists. This is just more like the holiday season, and I love the lights and I love the decorations and stuff. But Benjamin is completely fine with me doing that. And then when Ramadan is here, I fast with my husband. I don't know, we celebrate Eid. Like, yeah, we just have respect for each other's beliefs. You know, we both believe in the same God. Currently, I'm very well aware, never say never, but I'm not looking into converting or anything like that, because somebody else did ask that as well. Like, are you a revert? No, I'm not. Nor do I think that's something that I will look into later in life. I mean, my opinion can change, but you know, as far as right now, I'm really not thinking about that at all. The children are being brought up Muslim. And yeah, I think it's also very handy that a lot of the rules, you know, I don't know how you really want to say it, within our religions are the same. Like, no pork, our food has to be kosher, well, our meat has to be kosher, Binyamin's has to be halal, of course, no alcohol in the house, like all that stuff, it's the same. So, you know, we don't have any issues with any of that, so that's great. How expensive is having a baby in the States? Medically speaking, I've heard the craziest stories. Girl, very expensive, okay? And I'm assuming, yeah, I think this is a question from somebody from Belgium. Cannot compare the two, okay? I wish. My first pregnancy was rather cheap, because we were under Obamacare at the time, but once you fall out of a certain salary bracket, you're no longer, you know, able to get that. So I think at the time, the delivery and stuff itself was $900 something. So that's cheap, right? Even my OBGYN and stuff, every time I would come in there, like, girl, this is a really good plan. Like, I don't know how y'all got it, but stick to this plan. You don't have to make any payments when you come in. $3 for like a very specific ultrasound, like crazy stuff like that. It was a very, very good plan. Now, since, you know, the salary is different, we have to go with a certain plan that his company provides us with. And this plan has been, you know, quite the whirlwind. I think in total right now, it's either totaling up to be $8,000 or $12,000, because we got another bill for $4,000, and I don't know if that's already been paid, because my OBGYN was $4,000 something. Let's say $4,000, let's say. Then I had $850 that I paid my previous OBGYN in Wichita. Then my hospital bill came to $2,000. All these are separate bills, guys. And my hospital bill came to $2,000, which was deducted from $24,000. The hospital bill was originally $24,000. But then with, you know, insurance and all that stuff, it came down to $2,000. Then Zane's circumcision was $150. Like just random numbers here and there, and it's always for something else. Oh, this doctor, da da da. Like I had to pay for, I think, delivery. I don't know, guys. Like I'm telling you, this delivery was either $8,000 or $12,000. Like we still need to call in for that other $4,000, okay? Because I don't know where that's coming from. So yeah. depending on the plan that you have. You can have a better plan because our deductible was high, which means our franchise in het Nederlands, onze franchise was hoog. I think mine was like 6,000. I think individually 6,000, and we pay like $200 something per paycheck. And the paycheck is bi-weekly, so you have 2 paychecks here in the States, right? Well, some companies. So every paycheck was $200 something for this insurance, and the deductible is still so high. You can get better plans, but then your monthly payment is way higher, like 500 or something. Like there's people that we used to work with as agents, and let's say your full not salary, your paycheck as an agent is like normally $800 or $900, let's say. They would only have $200 over because all the other money would go to insurance. Ain't that something? Like, that's crazy. This is why I wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders, but nobody was on the same boat as us, apparently. A whole mess over here. That's one thing that's really like crap in the States, which I've said from jump, which I will always say, which I said in the video of why I left Belgium. Health insurance over here is crap. Crap. How can a woman invest in a long-term relationship without losing herself? Very important question. With a very basic answer by not giving up what it is that you love. Whatever you did prior to your relationship that made you happy, you still continue to do that while you're in a relationship. It's literally that easy. You need to date yourself as well. It's not just, oh, I have a partner now, so all my time goes to, my work. We're back? Okay, so we got cut off somewhere. The battery died. My apologies. So I don't really know where we got cut off, but yeah, just keep doing what you did that you loved prior to the relationship. Whether that's going for long walks, working out, and then I would suggest on still working out by yourself, you can have a few, days in there where your partner comes and joins you, but workouts are fun when you zone out and just listen to your music and get it. So yeah, that's all that is really. Like, to me, it's reading books, taking long hot showers or baths, filming YouTube videos, editing YouTube videos. That's when I feel my most creative. Doing my nails, getting my nails done, or cleaning with music on. Sometimes I like to zone out with that as well. Going for drives. If you go for a drive and then just go to your favorite place, like Starbucks or just a tropical, well, I don't want to say tropical cafe or Smoothie King, somewhere you can get a smoothie, right? Get your smoothie, get in your car and just drive somewhere and park where it's like nice, where you have a nice view, or go for a walk in the park by yourself and just sip on that. Is just the best. Just continue to do things that make you happy. Really, that's all that it is. It's like, it's so simple, but I think and I feel that a lot of people overthink it, and then they tend to lose themselves in like the relationship, sometimes even in motherhood. I mean, in the beginning it's hard because that newborn baby just needs you all the time, okay? Whether it's to eat, poop, sleep, whatever. But at the end of the day, keep focusing on you. And even journaling. Oh my God, journal. Like, if that's what you love to do, journal, meditate. Like, there's so much stuff. How to maintain quality time as a couple whilst both working full-time, or when you have kids. Again, super, just think basic. Super simple. If you're both tired, and don't really want to go out, just stay in the house, cook together. If you're not like a micromanager, if you're a micromanager, that's not like your thing, because then there's going to be an argument because of the way he poured the salt on the steak or whatever. Don't do it. But I would say, cooking together. Date night doesn't have to be at night. It can be in the day, like go out shopping together, watch, we love to watch movies together, or trash TV shows. Or documentaries, and then we just end up talking about that the whole time. Traveling, even if it's like the weekend away, like make a long weekend trip out of it. Obviously now with COVID, you know, I'm not suggesting that, but I'm saying when everything goes back to normal, and you work Monday to Friday, he works Monday to Friday, Friday night, rent a house somewhere. It's a different environment than just your home. If you're really that tired from work or from kids, find a moment where y'all can nap together. I mean, have sex, wear yourselves out, and then nap together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will find the time. If your partner is really worth it to you, you will always find the time to just be the two of you. You know, as I said, we love watching stuff and then discussing it, or in the middle discussing it. We love doing board games. Or Uno, that's not really a board game. Just sitting out on the patio, like in our backyard, and just talking. You know, like those are the things that we enjoy doing. We don't have the luxury of having family close to really get out the house and leave the kids at the house. So we really have to be creative and just make it nice and have fun and date each other in a different way, you know? And then the last question is, when do you know someone is the one? I really don't want to be cliche, but when you know, you know. Like, you're never going to hear me say, when you feel like you can't live, breathe, eat, or sleep without that person because that person just completes you. Like, that irks me so much. That's toxic. I don't believe in that at all. Like, you complete you. You're a full person. You're one. The other person is another one. So you guys are two. You're a team. But that doesn't mean that he or she or they complete you. So don't know. It's when you got great news and they're the first person that you think of to call. If you can spend hours on the phone, hours, that's your partner. If you can't imagine your life without them, and you're thinking of a future and seeing them in it and have very strong feelings about it, like I always imagine what Benjamin would be as a husband, how he would take care of our kids. I was thinking of that years ago, and now we're living it. Don't put too much pressure on the fact, I don't know, is he the one? Because to be honest, if you're thinking like that, if you have questions like that, it probably isn't, because it should feel really natural. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's the advice I would give on that. And I think that's it. I picked 10 questions. I really like doing these. I just love being chatty. It is actually New Year's Eve when I'm filming this. I wish you a happy 2021. And whatever that happy means to you, that's exactly what I wish for you. Whether it's more work, more family time, less toxic family time, moving out on your own, moving with a new person, meeting new people, like whatever that happy means to you. Honestly, I wish that, and I wish that everybody stays healthy. And yeah, I mean, no, I was gonna say 2020 was so like, if we can only go up, but I don't want to challenge the universe like that. I don't want to challenge God like that, so I'm just not gonna really speak that in existence, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna keep it at that. So thank you so much, guys, for asking these questions, and I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the new year. This is probably my first video of the new year, so yay! Bye, guys. Mwah.